All right, I'm assuming we're probably live now. So, hello everybody. Hope as all is going well. We're going to be building Umbreon today. I see a lot of theories in chat, people talking about stall. You know we're not doing that. I've never built a stall team on stream. I don't think you guys want to see that. Well, maybe you do. I don't want to do that. I just don't find it a fun archetype to play. It takes a really long time. And also, yeah, I don't think Umbreon is honestly a great fit for stall teams. I think it's a bit redundant. Well, not redundant. It's a little redundant with Dondozo, I'd say, on stall. Well, it depends what set you're running, I suppose. But let's discuss Umbreon. Okay, we should be live. Okay, we are. It's just lagging on my end. Okay, so let's discuss what Umbreon, what we're talking about here today. So Umbreon has some interesting abilities. Synchronize, obviously really nice. You get status, your opponent gets status. This does not bypass immunities. So if Glamora clicks Mortal Spin on you, the Glamora is not getting poisoned. You are also getting poisoned. Someone says we know Umbreon's viable. So yeah, I agree. I do think it's viable. But it's just going to be fun to see if we can build a really strong team with it. Anyway, though, yeah, the real ones remember the trauma of that 266 turn stall game Pinka had with Suicune. Winning that, though, felt amazing. Yeah, anyway. Secretly a stall main? Yeah, that's definitely the case. You know me, love stall. Okay. So let's talk about this Pokemon. So it gets two abilities: Synchronize, Inner Focus. Synchronize, pretty good. I'd say the main application of Synchronize, well, it can paralyze Hatterene, which is nice. Not the best outcome. Probably the big one is countering Dragapult, like Wisp or T-Wave Dragapult. You can switch in. You don't mind Hex in either situation. You don't take too much from Dragon Darts, Draco Meteor, whatever. And a Dragapult either gets put on a timer or gets paralyzed. So Synchronize Umbreon turns this into a really, really solid Wisp Pult answer. However, there is benefit to Inner Focus as well. Umbreon's not that fast. If you want to outspeed Kingambit, you kind of have to put a lot of speed EVs in. So if you go with Inner Focus, you have a 0% chance of getting flinched by Kingambit, and you can foul play them. Is that worth it? I don't think so, honestly. So we see here, if we look at Umbreon filter for 1500, we see it's basically Auburn Hills team. Yeah, so we've seen Auburn Hills team on ladder many times. Auburn Hills got Umbreon offense to rank 1. Rank 3. I don't think it got to rank 1 unless that's a recent update. But I mean, hey, if Auburn Hills got to rank 1, let me know. But I think it was rank 3. I don't recall any rank. I think we would have heard about it if the Umbreon got to rank 1. But maybe if it's a very recent development. But yeah, it's all. I mean, at the same time, you play a team for 2 years straight or however long it's been. It's like gonna have a good day on ladder at some point. So I'm not convinced this is the angle to go with Umbreon or the most optimal Umbreon team ever. There are good aspects of it. I think Garchomp does pair well with Umbreon. Dragonite, of course, loves Wish support. So this team isn't bad, but I do doubt the effectiveness of it in a lot of ways. I considered fixing the Auburn Hills team, but I don't understand the vision really. It's just really bizarre and doesn't really have a breaking core. And yeah, it wasn't something I felt like I could really fix without completely restructuring, at least to the standard that I try to aim for, which is I really like to have a good way to beat stall. Okay, so Yeah, so that's Synchronize, Inner Focus. Probably we're going to go with Synchronize. I think it's the better ability in general. Wish, Protect, and Foul Play. If you're not running these 3 moves, you're terrible, basically. So Umbreon is going to run, yeah, Wish, well, moves. Let's just type it out. Oops. Wish, Protect, Foul Play. For the last, Umbreon gets 2 status moves. It lost Heal Bell, unfortunately. Pinka in ZAOU, Umbreon got knockoff, and it was a decent progress maker for early ZAOU. Yeah, that sounds interesting. That sounds interesting. I wish it got knockoff. That would be cool. At the same time, Foul Play definitely has benefits. So, and then for the last slot, it's going to be either Toxic or it's going to be Thunder Wave. Umbreon gets both. Toxic, very rare move this generation, so it's pretty cool that Umbreon gets it, and Thunder Wave obviously also pretty nice. So if we look at the stats here, we've got to consider that Auburn Hills has tilted it in favor of Thunder Wave. So it seems like the vast majority are going with Toxic, and we see some other interesting moves here. I guess Snarl is just VGC people that aren't quite sure what's up. And we've got Roar, which kind of makes sense. Moonlight kind of makes sense. I guess if you want to instantly heal. You could run, theoretically, Wish Moonlight instead of Wish Protect. I really like Protect. I think it's I think it's a really solid move, really nice for scouting, getting a little extra health back. But like Wish Moonlight is something you could do. The second you try building a stall team, I'm altering Goob so he can snipe you. Oh, alerting Goob so he can snipe you with a Lepasurp. Yeah, that's interesting. We can decide later, or we're going to keep that last slot open for status because we don't really need to pick right now. I would say probably Toxic is the right angle because Toxic is just so good. It's really, really good. So what kind of team do we want to put Umbreon on? This is kind of where things get awkward. Umbreon Sports. So I recently made a video, which not a lot of people saw because I don't know, the YouTube algorithm has just stopped showing my videos to people. So it's like only subscribers are seeing any videos. It's been sad. But I did make a recent video, which is how to build around defensive Pokemon. So you kind of ask, what breaking core is going to be effective with Umbreon is basically what we want to ask. So we first want to get down, what does it wall? Someone said, question about your defensive mon building video. How would you go about building around breakers and sweepers? Every other building guide I have is with breakers and sweepers. So just check any of them. The balance guide, the 8 steps to team building, how to build hyper offense. Yeah, that's the only video I have about building around defensive mons is that recent one. Every other team building guide starts with an offensive Pokemon because that's generally easier to build around. Umbreon is such a beautiful design Pokemon. I agree. It's very nice. Let's go. Yeah, you can see the shiny form. Beautiful. Oh wait, do the eyes change too? Oh, that's so cool. Bulky offense or spike stack? Somebody says. Yeah. So let's first, what does it wall, right? So, I mean, so also something else. Here's another big thing I want to focus on. I don't think Spadef Umbreon is that good. Foul play is the main thing it does. I don't believe in specially defensive. Auburn Hills runs Spadef. I don't think it's the way. I'm a fan of this. I'm a fan of FizzDef. I think it's better, honestly. I mean, it's FizzDef Umbreon. I've used it many times, not this generation, but in past generations. It feels great. It already has a good special defense. You know, obviously, like I definitely do see the appeal as a special wall, but for so many Pokemon, it stops if it's defensive, and it doesn't stop if it's specially defensive. So, okay, let's see here. Let's see here. Yeah, but I do want to go defensive. So if we go with a defensive Umbreon, which is weird because like all these Umbreon are, I get like its special defense stat is higher, but it's just okay. They put Auburn Hills set in here. That's good on them for getting that set in here, I suppose. Okay, and let's just delete this so we don't have any missed calcs later. But here's a cool one. So Wellspring, Terra Water max attack, right? Very unlike, I mean, there's critical hit chances, but you kill with Foul Play and you probably don't die to a +2 Terra Water Cudgel if you're max defense. That's pretty cool. Dragonite also just completely shut down. I mean, unless it's Terra Blast Fairy. But, you know, you go in on this, the Dragonite, you Foul Play again, the D-Knight dies. It's really good. Like, standard D-Knight sets are not getting past an Umbreon. Ceruledge, I believe, is also shut down. Yeah, so close combat is, well, with Life Orb, obviously going to kill. Yeah, so CC from, well, it depends if it's adamant or not. Most Ceruledge are going to be stopped by Umbreon, unless it's their close combat ones, but I think that's quite rare. Let's check Ceruledge. Should I start calling the Ceruledge Aegislash? I'm kidding. The people that attended the champion stream will get that reference. That really was an accident the entire way through, is the crazy thing. Your videos have helped me so much. Managed to peak around 1650 after spending so long around 1250s. That is awesome. Very glad to hear that. He says, you seem more tired than usual. You good? I mean, I just had a huge breakfast. That's part of the issue. I seriously, I just put back like 2,000 calories. So I'm just, I think my digestive system is taking up a lot of my power generation at the moment. Do we not want boots instead of lefties? On a wish-teched Pokemon, you super want leftovers. Yeah, like Umbreon with boots is tragic. It's tragic. Okay. Yeah, so we want hazard removal, we want actual removal, and we definitely do want to go with leftovers on Umbreon. It's just, yeah, with Wish Protect Pokemon, the health difference is massive. Like, we could go with a boot set with Moonlight Wish. That's probably a case in which I would go with Moonlight. On Webs, it's CC. Okay, I hadn't heard that association, but I guess Webs teams have maybe other Pokemon they want to Terra more. I don't know. Last time on stream, every time you said Ceruledge, I checked to see if you'd changed the team. Yeah, my bad for that. I'm so not used to using Aegislash. It's been like forever. Will you ever build with Unknown? No, probably not. I'd be pretty surprised if that ever happened. Okay. So anyway, right, we got this. So Wellspring, D-Knight, Ceruledge. Can kind of come in Poison Darkrai. I think it's going to be best against hyper offense teams. Oh, DD Kyurem? I'm pretty sure. We got to check a quick +1 calc, but I feel like we probably wall Kyurem. Yeah, 4 hits, +1. Ooh, that's not great. Kind of. It definitely helps a ton against DD Kyurem, but depending on the number of hits, we might be in some trouble because we don't kill. I don't think even +2 we'd kill with Foul Play if they double set up. Yeah, it gets close, but I mean we'd hit it. Probably we can attack Kyurem as it sets up, sack a Pokemon, then go Umbreon. I think I'll probably still leave it on the list. I think those are the big ones. I'm not really seeing anything else that it's like super effective against as far as walling goes. I guess SD Gliscor, it's probably not bad against that. I'm guessing. I mean, we can run a calc on that as well. Gliscor, OU, Sword. They're usually Spit F, which is good. Okay, so if they that's not looking so hot. Yeah, because they Terra normal +2. They're probably 2 at KOing, and we're doing like actually 0 with foul play. So we are not stopping SD Gliscor. Let's get rid of that right away. Do you think Zamazenta would appreciate Umbreon? Not in particular. Yes, I do indeed do gymnastics. The gymnastics club, not on the team, but the club is not why I'm eating this much food. Okay. Yeah, I mean, let's run with that. So it walls these Pokemon, stops these sweepers, which is nice, and I think general annoyance to hyper offense. Generally annoys HO, especially with Toxic. I think Toxic, the more I kind of think about it, the more I feel like it's probably the move. And I feel like we probably go Terra Poison on this. I feel like that's going to be extra annoying for hyper offense teams, and it also gives us the 100 accurate Toxic, which I like. We can get a little bit of inspiration. Let's see what other Umbreon are using. Yeah, what Terra types? Yeah, Poison is like 50%, so that makes sense. Toxic Umbreon and Hex, Venoshock, Gengar, and UU. It wasn't amazing, but pretty good. Yeah, I am not a believer in Venoshock. Hex is a good move. Venoshock is just, but even Hex is like, you don't see it a ton, right? You got to kind of be careful about when you use it. Venoshock is just not good. I really don't believe in it one bit. Oh, Dragapult. Yeah, that's a good one as well. Yep, Dragapult. So, and then of course, supported offers Pokemon that want Wish. Is another big thing. This moveset is a momentum sink. Yeah, it's an Umbreon, right? Like there's no Umbreon set that's like, I mean, well, there's like, I think it gets Sucker, but like you can run like a mean look curse set, but yeah, obviously it's a momentum sink. It's a Wish Protect defensive Pokemon. So yeah, okay. Who's running Terra Dark? Was Terra Dark like on there? Oh yeah, like 17%. I mean, actually, okay, that's not the dumbest thing ever, actually. Yeah, no, that kind of because you can Terra Dark to boost your foul play. I think that boosts your foul play damage. Let's check. That's actually an interesting one. It could be a good pull. Yeah, I figured it would. Okay, it does. So yeah, Terra Dark can actually get you some stuff like that. Might get you some foul play KOs that otherwise wouldn't KO. I was using Hexpult with Mega Scoville and Champions OU. Yeah, that sounds busted. That sounds broken. I'm gonna write that down. And that is, let me get the name there. Mood 13245. Okay. Plus Scoville. Yeah, that sounds really good. Exciting stuff. Bognor, thank you very much for the £2 saying, watching after playing a soccer match in 28 Celsius heat. I have no idea what that is, Celsius. But I'm guessing that's hot. I think about 99 are forgetting to change Terra Pink across. Yeah, it could be, honestly. If you wanted a Wish partner, why not something like Mola? I mean, they're different Pokemon, right? It's like, it's not like, okay, well, you need Wish. It's like saying, okay, well, if you wanted a fire type, like if I put like a Harkonine on the team, like, well, if you wanted a fire type, why not just go Cinderace or something? Like they're not that similar. They both have the move Wish. Other than that, they do very different things. Umbreon is good against Wellspring. Mola is terrible against Wellspring. Umbreon is a Ghost Resist. Mola is not. Like, they're just really different Pokemon. Okay. So let's now think about so Umbreon's going to be good against hyper offense. it's going to be useless against, well, not, it'll Wish Pass, but Umbreon MU spread, I guess, on matchups. So probably good versus offense and HO, bad versus stall, and bulky teams. Yeah, I'd say those the big ones. And kind of okay. Whoops. Okay with stuff in the middle. Now, the other thing I want to write down, because this, yeah, defense Pokemon, as I said, they're harder to build around, so which is why we're taking a little bit more time at the beginning here. I'd say something else I want to write down is hard walls to Umbreon, because with Toxic and Foul Play, it can actually kind of annoy like a good amount of Pokemon. But like Clefable has no problem. Gliscor has no problem. Pecharunt has no problem. Let's see what else comes to mind. Corviknight, right? No issues switching in at all. It can do that forever. Clefable, Gliscor, Pecharunt, Corviknight. Garganacl. Can't poison it. Hatterene, kind of. Obviously, well, yeah, Foul Play is not doing much, but, you know, it doesn't have healing, but it's got pain. Yeah, Hatterene can be pretty annoying. Heatran, kind of, once again, doesn't have healing, sometimes on the more offensive side. Other times, it's going to be a really irritating wall. And I think, oh, Wheezing. Everything else, though, either hates taking Foul Play or hates taking Toxic. That's not bad. That's not bad, actually. Like, that is not a huge list of Pokemon. So we can almost, in a way, treat Umbreon as if it's offensive. Not quite, but it's... yeah. So, I'll say with a lot of these... You know what actually looks really, really maybe nice is a Cloak Goldengo. Does not look bad at all. Obviously, the worst nightmare for Garg. Solid against Pecharunt as well. So we said Kingambit is rough. Not really, because you Foul Play. And, it, you know, if they Swords Dance, then Foul Play does more. If they don't Swords Dance, you can sit on them forever, Wish, and just keep hitting them and Foul Play them down. Hoopa kind of mogs all of those. Funny way of putting it, but it really doesn't. What we want is, if these Pokemon enter an Umbreon, we want to be able to switch into something. And that's kind of what we're trying to ask. What is that thing we switch into? Yeah, Gambit, I don't consider Gambit an answer. I'll show you guys a calc. It doesn't do a ton of damage, but you're doing 20 with no boosts. Like over 20. Even if it's max HP, you're doing about 20. If they Swords Dance, you're doing 40. And look how much their Iron Head is doing. Not much, right? So Kingambit is like not really an answer to Umbreon. It'll sometimes be a switch in, but it's not something I'm worried about in the same way as Clefable that can switch in like a million times. Gold and Glow King Walls Umbreon 2. No, Foul Play. So, well, I mean, let's check. Slowking, maybe. I think Foul Play actually does. Yeah, no, Foul Play, okay, but that's not, it should be 0 attack IVs. But they do run minus speed. So Foul Play, you're doing like 40, which is not bad. So you're pressuring that pretty well. And Goldengo, I believe, as well. Yeah, your Foul Play, not quite as much, but your Foul Play is doing 30. If it's a defensive gold, then it kind of sits on you, but even then it doesn't love taking Foul Play. Yeah, the other thing is if a defensive gold wants to T-Wave our Umbreon, I believe Synchronize does get it T-Waved as well. Good as gold, I don't think protects from that. Okay. Run Terrablast fighting for the Kingambit. Yeah, we're not doing that. Okay. What is a good switch? So gold comes to mind, for sure. does give us a good answer for fighting and fairy. I think gold feels like probably the strongest partner out there for Umbreon. We also want to ask kind of what direction we want this team to go in. And that's, yeah, so we've kind of got to pick an approach here. One thing I do like, which I was thinking about taking the Auburn Hills team, is the Garchomp angle, but instead of going with a Swords Dance set, going with a Helmet Hazard set. Even though it's not going to heal, you know, a ton of damage, we used a Sylveon Wish with Garchomp a while back, and it was great. Worked really well. Add a Tornadus to your Ceruledge for fighting and U-turn proc weak. Switching in a Ceruledge on a U-turn is not really a good situation. You've got -2 defense, you don't have a Swords Dance up, and your opponent kind of just goes into a ground type, and then you're in trouble. Tornadus, potentially fine. I do like the note on U-turn. Umbreon, I mean, kind of. People don't actually switch like powerful U-turners into Umbreon that often. But it definitely does happen. It definitely does happen. So I could see, I don't know. I do see the Garchomp vision here, but then I think we need removal if we're going to go with that. We need Rapid Spin. I don't think Mortal Spin really cuts it. But yeah, Garchomp was really good. NP Torn is good. True. It is. I do enjoy it. Spike Stack W. So someone else. Maybe. Maybe. We do want to cover the other troublesome switch-ins. So, you know, Garg, if we kind of look at gold, and I'm not sure I want to run Cloak gold, so we'll keep it as an option, but say gold takes care of Petrunt, takes care of Corviknight, potentially it takes care of Clefable, and I'd say Weezing as well. But we still have these, and Cloak Hatterene, if Goldengo's Cloak, that covers some of these. Low kicks, gunning for Umbreon. Trust. Yeah, well, I mean, for sure it wants to come in on that, but isn't Scizor U-turn scary? Kind of. I mean, we wish off and then we heal it. It's not actually that bad. I tried Chomp and had problems fitting rolls into limited slots. Yeah, that makes sense. Pex, Umbreon, Gold, Fat, Hazard Stack. Yeah, but I think Umbreon, if we're going to go leftovers, I want solid removal on this team as well. So, any space for a great Tusk, Pink? I hope so. I think we probably do want one. I kind of like the idea of Ursaluna as a partner. Yeah. I don't hate the Ursaluna idea. I don't think I'd go with a Flame Orb one, but because, you know, the Flame Orb sets need a little more probably than Umbreon. Just because of the HP stat difference, Ursaluna having like 140, I think, base HP, 130, something really high. And Umbreon's here with 95. So our wishes would be only healing up, like they'd heal like 40%, which is not bad. But I think like maybe a Leftovers Gut set could work well with that. What about Sandy Shocks? I mean, like low-key, that sounds kind of interesting. Seems fun. That does kind of, yeah, it does sort of match up well against some of this stuff. Number 1 Oyumon Sandy Shocks. I don't know why Sandy Shocks, but I do get a good vibe from it. Because Shocks is funny. I mean, Shocks can set hazards, which, you know, that is nice. That is nice. Let's see if we can try to go the hazard stack angle. What other sets does Ursa have? Leftovers, specially defensive, rest talk. Those are probably the big ones. It's not just Flame Orb. Flame Orb is by far the most common, but I think people underestimate a little bit the potential Ursaluna has. Another one I was considering streaming today was actually trying Leftovers, specially defensive bulk up Ursaluna on like screens. Yeah. Could go double wish with Alo or Screamtail. I mean, we don't yet even have anything that needs wish, so. Couldn't you invest in defenses for Ursaluna instead of HP so wish heals more? You could, but then it's like your Ursaluna is less bulky. So it's just, you know, it's not great. Getting the vibe that plus, I'm getting that vibe too, plus it's good for hazards. Either that or a Scarm. Shocks is terrible and no one can convince me otherwise. Any ideas for the priority user pink? Nope. It's tricky. Ever use bulletproof? Yes. A chestnut. I don't think a chestnut's really what we need here. Feels like it kind of does a lot of the same stuff as Umbreon. Not sure we can afford just like another... Well, it might be good. I think I'd rather a Garchomp than chestnut. I think it fulfills more of what we need. Where do you go? Rapid spin. Yeah, we probably need... My concern is, here's the issue, right? If I add on a Garchomp, I probably have to add either a Treads or a Tusk next, and I feel like that's kind of putting me in a rough spot, building-wise. If we go Tusk, that leaves us with 3 physically defensive walls, not a single special wall. Treads can kind of act as a special wall. Umbreon is technically a mixed wall just because of how high its special defense stat is to start with. But it's a little bit awkward. Do you think that AV Primarina would like Wish? Yes. Pinka, you already wasted half an hour and you only have 2 Pokemon. I wouldn't call it a waste, but appreciate the encouragement as always. Ora Fantastica. What if we go Boots Umbreon? Not a fan. I think Leftovers Umbreon is way better. I'd rather make sure I have a team with decent hazard support than, you know, just kind of give up on that. Give up on it and go Boots. Would hurt my soul. If we were to go this angle... Is there a way we could support this? We need Prio, we need Ground Immune. Already really weak to Fairy. Tread's version could see a Dragonite there. Which, so we're almost kind of like remaking the Auburn team. Building it from the ground up, but we need with defensive Chomp instead. And then... last slot would need to be something that can knock off. Something that can really take advantage of the hazards. Bramblegast time. Do you think Umbreon stall is viable? Probably, yeah. Yeah, I understand some are thinking Boots the way to go. I super disagree. I've used Umbreon several times before. Leftovers is massive. If you're running Boots Umbreon, just give up, I'd say. Rebuild. Don't run a Boots Umbreon. I mean, that's not true. You could probably make it work. I want to make Leftovers work because that's the set I think is better. Even if Boots is workable. Tentacruel for Rapid Splint plus T-Spike removal and knockoff. Yeah, we've tried Tentacruel before. I know a team got rank 1 with it, but like Tentacruel, oh, it is not good. We go Scarf Gold maybe. Yeah, we do have issues with speed. So Scarf Gold definitely possible here. Let's see. Let's write down what we lose to if we were to go with this version. Okay, what are we losing to? Stall, still. We don't really have a... We need the last Pokemon to be something that's going to put pressure on Stall with hazards. Do we lose to Darkrai? Kind of. I'm assuming we're going Scarf Gold because we probably need the speed. Doesn't Tusk give knock plus removal plus rocks? Yes. That's why we're either going to run a Tusk or a Treads, almost certainly. No, it's definitely not going to be a replica of the Auburn team. I have serious issues with the Auburn team. Its lack of a breaking core being one of them. But I mean, I'm happy to make something similar because there are aspects of the team that work really well. Like I think the Umbreon Gold core is nice. I don't like the fact that it's especially defensive Umbreon. I don't think the SD Chomp fits. But there are aspects of the team I do like, and I have no problem borrowing those. I mean, Auburn, as I said, I don't think the team's great, but it's definitely not bad. And they've used Umbreon longer than anyone. So it'd be unwise to ignore all of their work. Dragapult, not really. We can mostly handle that. And Nam kinda is not so fun as well. Ival kinda as well, kind of counting on Scarf Gold. We rely on Scarf Gold. And we can Terra, for some of this stuff too. Like, you're never going to have a Gen 9 team that's like, oh, this looks great against everything. It's just that's not how it works. Garganackle kinda as well. What's wrong with Spadef Umbreon? Isn't its special defense higher than physical? Yes, but its primary job is stopping physical setup sweepers. I think Fizdef is better from my experience, but we'll see. Maybe we'll conclude I'm wrong and Spadef would have been great, but I don't think so. The double quad ice weakness kinda sucks. Not really. It's not like there are like 2 viable ice types in the tier, so it's not. I'm not that worried about it. Darkrai Nasty Plowrai is the big issue, and also Darkrai has so much stuff that can like shut down an Umbreon. It's really annoying. Like, it can Terra Poison, it can Sludge Bomb, it can Focus Blast and just outright kill. It can Wisp, which hurts Umbreon more than hurts Darkrai. It can Trick a Choice Scarf. Team needs Zamazenta. Too many Ice Weak Mons. I mean, maybe, but gives us kind of a lot of Fairy weaknesses. 4 Fairy weaknesses, even with 2 resists, is not really something I want to go for. think Moth we're okay against. We're okay against. Hat is mostly fine. King Gambit is a little annoying. King Gambit's a little bit annoying. Yeah, I don't want to go Zama last because then we absolutely get farmed by Stall. Well, Spring we're okay. Petrant we're okay. Bolt we're okay. Really, yeah, all right. All right with that. Wake. Sun matchup's a little fishy. What's the plan versus Stall? There, we lose currently. Well, but that's what we're hoping the last Pokemon will fix. Zamazenta is not ideal either. Okay, so there's probably not a Pokemon that can fix what we're going through. So we're just going to have to kind of fix parts of it, the more important ones. I'd say probably the Stall matchup, the issues with King Gambit, and the issues with Zama are the ones I'm most worried about. T-Tar helps against the Kira matchup and helps against most Darkrai and Nam. Yeah, it does not help with Zamazenta, though. Yeah, viewership is solid. Definitely, guys, if you're enjoying, remember to like the stream. So let's maybe go for a new record. People do like Umbreon. What about Spidef Moltres for removal instead? It doesn't get defog. This is Gen 9 OU, not Natdex. It lost defog. Who's the wall breaker? Gold? I hope not. It's a Scarf Gold, so we definitely need something else. I want something strong, but we also need something that's going to help with King Gambit and Zama. Is the tricky part. And Stall. I'm leaning toward like an HDB IVAL. Maybe Specs. Maybe Specs. Could be something like Expert Belt too. Not often a good item, but sometimes. Fairy Feather. I've seen that work pretty well also at times. Let's try Valiant here. Let's go Fairy Feather. I feel like that's a cool one. And let's say like Knockoff, Moonblast, Thunderbolt we need to go with, and then maybe Vacuum Wave. Bit of an unconventional set, but I feel like this is probably going to be best against Stall teams. And we'll go with that. Might switch it up later for plus special attack because I'm greedy. I do like Terra Fairy there. Okay, this seems like a decent start to decent thing to start with. So we will go Scarf here. Let's go Trick, Make It Rain, Shadow Ball, and I actually want like Thunderwave. I saw this team that was using Scarf, Thunderwave, Goldengo, and I'm like, that's probably a good idea because Thunderwave's broken. Okay, yeah, we'll just go with that. Terra type, we'll say Fairy, sure. It's a general good one. Garchomp, I love going Terra Ghost on these guys. Really nice to spin block, especially since we have support from Umbreon. I do want to go Helmet. We could potentially make this specially defensive later, or make the Umbreon specially defensive. You know, if we're finding we're not solid enough on the special side. Now we kind of have to decide what angle we want to go with here. We could go like AV treads. Could go like Speedy Air Balloon is a set I've actually liked in the past. I think we should keep Terra Steel. That's fine. I don't see how this eyeball breaks Steel, not gonna lie. Well, what switches in on this when full hazards are up is the question. Chomp seems super redundant. Yeah. I mean, it's our hazard setter. We don't really have immediate power. We have a Fairy Feather Ival. I mean, that's pretty good. We could make it Specs as well. Could go Specs Ival. But yeah, also, like, there are going to be issues. It's a Gen 9 team. It's not going to be like, wow, this looks perfect and has absolutely every component of good team building perfectly fulfilled. You just, it can't be done. So we're going to try. Yeah, we might make this Chomp Spadef later. Like, we could go like Spadef Tact. So we'll keep that. Spadef Lefties Chomp. Could be interesting. I love being able to run leftovers on multiple Pokemon, have that flexibility, and have items. It's awesome. AV Treads seems fun to explore. Problem with AV Treads is that it's just often really struggles to actually remove hazards. Yeah, we'll start with defensive, and if we're weak to, we definitely do want to go 250. Want to outspeed Raging Bolt, and then we'll just go rest in defense and HP. Okay, Terra Ghost looks good on that. Yep. Poison Fairy. Okay. Treads. I'm going to try Air Balloon. We use this on the Sylveon team, so a bit of a callback to that, which is fun, and we'll kind of see how we like it. EQ, Rapid Spin, Knockoff, Ice Spinner, I think was the set we used last time. Works well here too. Go with Ghost. Never bad to have, a couple more spur of the moment spin blockers. Speed. Let's go for Outpacing Petrant, because I want this to be kind of on this more bulky side. Let's put the rest in Spadef. So we want this to be kind of like a speedy, bulky balloon thing. It's a bit weird. Might swap for AV. Or let me not put this in the team name. We can write this down. Okay. So possible team changes. So I'd say one we could do is actually Scarf Ival. And like Metal Coat Gold. Give us kind of a different way of breaking. Specs Ival is a possibility. Let's see. Spadef. Lefties Chomp. AV Treads. HDB Treads. Leftovers Treads. A lot of possibilities that can make this different. I think those are the big ones. D-Knight, I think we just go standard here. I do want to go... Do we want to go Roost or Ice Spinner? We have Wish, which makes me kind of more inclined to go with Ice Spinner. Primarina is feasting. Yeah, Primarina's rough here. That's definitely true. I think we might just have to roll with it. Feel like, oh, we got gold. We can T-Wave it. We can Terra Poison Umbreon. We can Terra Ghost Garchomp, I guess. Hopefully we don't run into like 60% of the teams have Primarina on them. Isn't that Ival going to get outsped and killed with Heavy Slam from Zama? Potentially. Yeah, I mean, it could happen. Let's check Zamazenta. Yeah, we want to preserve Goldengo in these. So Heavy Slam's on like 30% of them. Yeah, which is more than I thought, for sure. Yeah, maybe we could go like Terra Ghost or something. I mean, but yeah, there's also like just like hard Goldengo T-Wave on the Zama. If they're not sub, we can also just go Garchomp and Dragon Tail them out. And if they are sub, that's when things get tricky. But I guess, can Umbreon like infinitely wall Zamazenta if we're Terra Poison? We could also go Terra Ghost on Umbreon. That would definitely permanently wall. Yeah, that's doing... How much PP does body weight? 16, right? Terra Ghost and Umbreon for Zama. We'll write that down. Possible. So Zardex has been doing... Thank you very much, Mr. Lemon, for the $5 donation, saying Zardex has been doing extremely well in Champs OU. A team with it just hit 1800s with DD plus Roost. That's incredible. 18, because I didn't think ladder was even there yet. But that's awesome to hear. Hopefully we can keep climbing in champions. We'll go Ice Spinner EQ. Actually, yeah, we'll go Ice Spinner EQ. Or should we? Definitely Terra Normal. I'm gonna go Roost. Terra Electric on Ival to Thunderbolt harder and resist Heavy Slam. Maybe. Terra Elec. Ival. There's no Toxic Orb, so Gliscor is useless, which is a W. I definitely agree with that. Failed Boy Genius with a £5 donation. Thank you very much. Saying, hi, Pinka, can you please name Umbreon of China as in the Great Wall? Sure, we can do that. Okay. I think this gives us a decent point to jump off from. Let's give it a go. Let's see how Umbreon performs. It's also, you know, can kind of just give us an idea of whether this Pokemon is viable. They didn't give Gliscor Roost back. Oh, very nice. Zardex team was actually the first team to hit 1800s. Cool. That's very cool. All right. This seems like a really good game for Umbreon. I honestly want to just lead with it. Like, it looks like this is kind of what Umbreon is for. Let's kick it off. Ninetales. Yeah, super down to click Toxic here. Yeah, Moonblast. Oh my gosh, are you Specs? What, dude? What is this? Yeah, this is like instantly just like a max special attack choice Specs lead Ninetales, which is insane. No, I mean, I don't know how to feel about that. I mean, well, I do. Not good, certainly. But okay, we can try to wish Umbreon up later, ideally, but that, wow. Bruh, what is that? So, okay, we could just Thunderwave this, but then obviously, you know, we lose Goldengo. Is that worthwhile, is the question. Yeah, I'd say so. Let's do it. That puts our Ival in a great position against this team. This thing's Thunderwaved. Okay, they go Lando. Fair enough. We can go Chomp here pretty well. Could go Treads also. Treads does definitely does look good here also. Yeah, Lando doesn't look bad. Definitely doesn't look bad. I don't know. I feel like Treads shouldn't have that much of an issue removing later, though. Let's go into Chomp, see if we can try to get our own hazards up. Let's aim for... Do we want spikes or rocks? I think rocks. Let's go for rocks. Okay, Taunt Lando, unfortunate. Should be an Earthquake here. I don't think you want a U-turn on what's likely a Helmet Garchomp. So I'm going to go into Treads. Okay, sure enough, that worked out. So this thing's going to click Blizzard here. So this is max special attack. This is choice specs. And this thing has Blizzard. So that's going to do a lot. Do we Rapid Spin anyway? I think we do. Do we get Frozen? We don't get Frozen, which is awesome. I'm terrified of that because I feel like it happens kind of every time an ice move hits me. It's been bad on streams lately. Like, I'm terrified of every ice move. All right, let's make it rain here. Okay, just going to sack Ninetales. Fair enough. Works for me. Ooh, we should EV this Treads to outspeed Landorus, actually. Let's get the 310. It's a slippery slope with treads, though. You keep making it faster and faster and faster, you know? Okay. So, like, I'm kind of inclined to just go right into Dragonite. Do we DD? Because, yeah, I don't want to go into... I wish we had Umbreon healthy, but unfortunately it was a Specs Ninetales for whatever reason. Let's go D-Knight. Okay, it's going to be Swords Dance, yep. I think we just Extreme Speed twice, and then we go into Ival. Seems like the way to go about this. That really opens us up later, though, potentially to getting rolled by Darkrai. We could Terra Normal here and go for the 2-hit KO, which doesn't seem like a bad idea either. I actually think that's probably what I do want to go with. Okay, we get a critical hit, which doesn't really hugely matter. Okay, and they play rough. Excellent. So we get to keep more of our health than I thought we would. They should switch here. I don't really want to chance it anyway, though. Okay, yeah, they just go into Lando. The helmet obviously is going to hurt. We can run a calc on that. That does look like max HP, unfortunately. We can go Ival here, though. Really just try to wear this thing down, because obviously rocks are going up there. We can Moonblast. This will do, based on the calc, looking like we're going to do about 60. And there's really no good switching for our opponent here. Okay, we get on the lower side of that roll, and we see an Earth Power come out. I'm okay with that. I think killing this Lando is actually really nice. Glad I could finally catch one of these. Thank you for the content, Pink Across. Very inspiring for me. That's very nice to hear. Glad you're liking it. So our Ival now is in range where Kingambit, Sucker Punch is, well, actually not quite. It's not quite at the range where it's scary yet. All right, so we could Vacuum Wave. I think I actually want to go into Gold. I don't expect a Dark Pulse to come out here. We'll see. Sludge Bomb. Okay, excellent. Yeah, that's good. I think I'm just going to make it rain. Just throw off an attack. Okay, and we see the Wellspring suck, which makes sense. Definitely not a surprising move there. Pink Across, do you think Encore over Roost on D-Knight would help at all with the Kingambit matchup? Encore over Roost on D-Knight. Maybe. I don't think we really have a bad Kingambit matchup. We have a Garchomp, D-Knight, Ival, Umbreon, Trick Gold. Like, I feel like we're pretty good against it. I think the damage here is honestly worthwhile. I'm just going to go for Make It Rain. And we see Scarf confirmed. That is actually really, really... That's totally fine for me. It's time to bring back Umbreon, I think. Do we foul play? I think we do. Yeah. Okay. Awesome. We caught that. Beautiful. Excellent. Excellent. I think this is a Sack Treads Garchomp EQ situation. Terra Fairy in the house. Okay. Good to know. Probably Ival first then. Sucker Punch. Oh, Sucker Punch actually has a decent chance to kill. Oh, D-Knight definitely wraps this up if we want to go that angle. I think it's probably... The Terra Blast Fairy makes things kind of annoying because it's not going to take all the helmet chip. I think we can win the game with Umbreon if we get this thing chipped down, though. But it's a little tricky. Yeah, really sad to see that Sucker Punch likely to kill. That is tragic. But okay, so it's going to be after leftovers, it's like 75. So E-Speed's doing 35 min, EQ's doing 33 min. So it's going to put us at 70. So if we get decent rolls, we should be good. Yeah, we should be good. Okay, well, I think the question is, do we start with Dragonite or do we start with... I think we start with Dragonite because hopefully they'll assume they die to Earthquake. Oh, and also it's not HP invested. That is also, yeah, that could be bad. We should calc that. I think based on the damage Umbreon did, unfortunately, that's looking at 43. Could go either way. That's like right at the calc that it could be a max roll on something we know, or like, yeah, we just don't know. I think let's start off with D-Knight and let's extreme speed, and we can this will give us information we need. They swap. That is awesome news. Really happy to see that. Really confused, but really happy to see that. Okay, I think here I think we just extreme speed again. I mean, how much is Ival doing? Vacuum wave. Well, no, we don't actually have to worry about that. Do we preserve? We could go into Garchomp here and preserve Dragonite. I think we just attack. I think that's fine. Yep, there's the headlong. That's okay. Going to Ival here. Click Moonblast, just making sure this isn't booster speed and I'm not tripping. Yeah, we Moonblast here. Okay, we just critical hit and kill. That didn't really matter. We did win the game with Umbreon and friends regardless. I'm going to, because we know this is Scarf, just to not reveal that I evacuate for next time, I'm going to go for a Moonblast here. I'm not saying GG till this is over. You never know with these end games. Yeah. EQ. Okay. This should be over. All right. GG. Okay. Solid. Solid win. Okay. Got a little close. I feel like we have not faced somebody at or above our ELO in such a while. Like I feel like we're constantly facing lower ladder. It's weird. I don't know if there's like an activity problem, but in both champion streams and OU streams, I feel like I'm facing people like 150 ELO or more below almost every game. But yeah, Umbreon would have been like great that game, but unfortunately it was only good that game because it got blasted by a Specs Moonblast instantly. All right, this team has a Clefable and a lot of other Pokemon we really don't want to see. So this is not going to be a great game for us. So what I want to do here, we've got to be careful with the Zama for sure. Ival's probably going to be our main progress maker. Umbreon is not obviously terrible offensively because there's a Clefable, but it's good defensively. Actually, you PP stall Dark Pulse. Yeah, actually, that's probably true. Okay, I'm expecting a Clefable lead because it matches up well into pretty much all of my team except Goldengo. But if it is an Aatrot lead, I can go into Garchomp. Big thing this game, try to keep Umbreon healthy. Depending on the gold set, there are a lot of different approaches we could go here. Also, we're facing a solid player here, so this is a good one. Maybe your GXE is an issue. I do test a lot of BS, but I don't think GXE works that way. Like I don't think it matches you up with bad people if you have a low GXE. I mean maybe it's based like that. I don't think it is though. Anyway though, let's kick it off with gold. Okay, Gliscor lead. All right. Okay. That's fine. I think going hard into treads seems okay. Yeah, protect as they do. I'll go for a knockoff here. I think looks fine. Remove an item from a Clefable. What'll it be? Rocky Helmet. Okay, sure, that's fine. I think we do want to keep... Do we care about stacking hazards in this matchup even? I think we do. I think we do want to do that, but it's awkward for sure. Let's go Goldengo. I think we can just fire off and make it rain here. Okay, interesting staying in with Clefable. That I did not anticipate. I'm still going to fire off and make it rain here. Aatrot comes in. That's fine. We have Garchomp. This is going to hurt. I actually think this will hurt Aatrot more than it hurts us. Well, let's see. Ceaseless Edge is going to do 28. Yeah, I think that's going to do more. Yeah, that'll do more to Aatrot. Okay, That's fine. Let's get up Stealth Rock. Treads does still have the balloon intact, so we're not taking spikes, which is definitely nice. I'm going to go into gold once again. Gold is here to be used generally this game. Okay, that's not awesome. I was hoping that wouldn't happen, but okay. I'm going to make it rain. I think there's a good shot Gliscor comes in. Okay, we just see Aatrox. So if this thing attacks here, it dies. So I feel like it's not going to do that. That being said, I'm going to go into a Garchomp anyway. I don't think there's any real need to like over predict here. Gliscor enters. I think that's okay. This thing, we've seen Aatrox enter and it does take hazards. Yeah, Pointed Stone's dug in. So let's honestly spike up. Okay, interesting. So we see SD Gliscor confirmed. That makes things a little scarier for sure. I'm going to Dragon Tail, get this off the field. This will take actually a pretty hefty chunk here if we hit. We do hit. Excellent. Okay, that took a ton from that Dragon Tail. That took a ton. So this is, okay, we see leftover Zamazenta confirmed. That is also good information to have. I think I'm okay to let this go here. Okay, they roar, so they get us first. Crunch, not what we want to see there. I think we have to go into Ival here on what should be a crunch. And we'll see. Roar, got to be ID Body Press last, so I don't think we're about to get hit by a Heavy Slam. So let's click Moonblast. This is a really... Okay, interesting. We see the ID come out. All right, so... I think this is one of those cases where we're going to have to Terra Poison the Umbreon. Do we knock off before we do that? I think is the big question. Or do we just get Ival out of here? Probably we'd sack Garchomp, I think would be the Pokemon we let go. Ival, it does look pretty nice. Knockoff would kind of guarantee, it would guaranteed put this Zama down for the future though. Make it like definitely not an issue. But depending on how much of a tough time we have removing, I think we can knock off. Yeah, we do get hit by a Body Press. We do get the knockoff. I think it's time to go Garchomp. Let that go now. And then it's going to be an Umbreon, Terra Poison, Toxic. Yeah, good job, Garchomp. You did well. Yeah. So Zamazenta, even if they do decide to switch out, it's pretty much a neutralized threat. We are going to get roared here instantly, and we'll see what comes out. It is Treads, so that went pretty okay. I'm expecting a crunch. I want to go into Umbreon either way. Okay, we do see a Body Press. Not ideal. Definitely not what I'd hoped for. I think Wish makes the most sense since we're going to get roared again. Yep, there's the Roar. There is the Treads, and I do think I'm going to swap back into Umbreon here. We'll see. If they want to roar, I think that's honestly an okay outcome for me. They want to crunch, and our Umbreon will get its own Wish back, and which is really nice. Umbreon actually looks quite threatening at this stage. Okay. In comes the Clefable. This is, I think, an okay situation for us. We have the resources to wall this pretty much infinitely. I think we want to go into Treads to start. I'm expecting a knockoff here, so it is finally time to lose that balloon. I'm going to knock off actually here, anticipating a Goldengo. Okay. Do we do it again? I think I do. I'm actually going to go for it again. Okay. Didn't work. Didn't work out. Now, I think we go... Do we have to go back into Umbreon? I think we have to go back into Umbreon because I want to wish this Treads up. It is going to be unfortunate to lose our item, but it is what it is. Let's wish up here. Let's Foul Play in case of a switch. Maybe like a greedy Gliscor comes in here or something. I'll throw off another Foul Play. It's fine. Try to catch some nonsense coming in. The good thing is their Clefable's kind of trapped with us. You know, like I'm not stuck in here, you're stuck in here with me kind of situation. Because if they switch into anything, they're at risk of taking way too much from a Foul Play. Yeah, there's the Moonblast. So now we can go and heal up Treads. And there's nothing this thing has that can kill us, which is really excellent. Unless critical hits. Okay, and we don't see the critical hit happen. How much are we going to get back from this? Okay, good, about 50. I'm going to spin here. Actually, yeah, I'll spin. Yeah. If we get rid of the Spike, it's gone. Spike's gone forever, which is huge. Opponent taking their time. I'm sticking with Rapid Spin. Yeah, someone says Clef doesn't want to leave the field. There's a good reason the Clef doesn't want to leave the field. It's not just, you know, it's not just here for the scenery. If this Clef leaves the field on that Umbreon, something's going to get foul played. Okay, there's the Rapid Spin. Yes, sirree, that feels great. That feels great. I'm going to just, honestly, Earthquake now. I think we can... let's Rapid Spin. Let's bring in Umbreon. Do I throw up? No, let's just Wish here. Yeah, they'll want Stealth Rock. Throw off a foul play here. Okay, we catch the D-Knight coming in. Cool, works for me. Do we just Toxic here? Probably. Could go foul play. Kind of upset predict the Gliscor coming in. All right, ADQ's not going to do very much. We could just go for a foul play kill here. I think I'll Tect. I don't see this thing clicking like Dragon Dance here. Yeah. Could go into our own Dragonite is not a bad idea. If we want to keep Umbreon healthy, that could be an angle. Go into our Dragonite in extreme speed. Our D-Knight kind of looks good at this stage, though, for cleaning up. So I'm not sure that's the angle we want to go. I think we can just Wish here. We can protect. Our gold is definitely our sack if this thing starts DDing. Hey, your last video was the first thing that made team building click for me. I'm still in low ladder purgatory, but with a functional team I made and understand. I'm really happy to hear that. Congratulations on that. Building a team that you're like, hey, this works, that is a huge achievement. That is something I, to this day, am often not getting, as you guys see in these streams. Okay, we're going to protect. Make it rain. This is, I'm pretty sure this thing's Scarf. So this doesn't actually kill. If it is Specs, I think we go D-Knight here and we win the game. So I'm going to just Wish. Yep, we live. Cool. Let's protect. The Gliscor, if it's Facade, we totally shut it down too, which is really nice. Okay, Gliscor enters. Do we just foul play? There's really no reason. No, the Dragon. Yeah, let's foul play actually. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, Facade. Oh, beautiful. Best news in the world. Yep. Best news in the world. So we can actually, yeah, we beat this because it's not Earthquake, so we can Wish up here. We are not afraid of this Gliscor. Fizz-Def Umbreon, folks. I'm just saying it was Spadef would have been way worse this game. All right, let's hope we don't get critical hit here. And we can go for a foul play. Okay, they just protect, so turned out fine. Yeah, unfortunately, they are kind of getting Gliscor back, which is not great. But we also do have tread. Like we could definitely go treads on this. Let's foul play here. We could go treads on this because yeah, this thing does not have. Yeah, and we have 24 PP on foul play, so that's solid. Yeah, treads probably outspeeds this. And even if not, Knockoff and Facade aren't doing much to treads. Okay. Our opponent's definitely on the ropes here. We are in control of this game. I think we win unless we throw. So let's not throw. Critical hit. Nice. There's the protect. Cool. Like, we're not ever getting... Let's just go treads here. I think we're not ever going to get past this, obviously. Cool. And let's knock off, I think is fine. Okay, staying. Like, good play, I guess, kind of. It's Ice Spinner. Like, yeah, we do have that, I'm afraid. I'm going to knock off here. I don't think he's staying to take an Ice Spinner. Yep, okay, awesome. That should be it. I don't really see you coming back from this one. Goldengo's knocked off. It's dead now. It's not coming back. Scarf is gone. We outspeed. Best click here, I think, is Ice Spinner. Covers the most options. Clefable enters, but yeah, like, you're done. You can't win this. Yeah, that was, I think the Goldengo getting caught on the knockoff there was the last, I mean, I don't think our opponent has absolutely any world in which they can take this game now. Yeah, we can stall out some soft boils. It's fine. Like a couple earthquakes. But yeah, you can't do this. Remember to like the stream if you're enjoying the Umbreon performance. It's doing well. It's doing really well. Unfortunately, my favorite is Flareon. Poor guy can't do anything. Yeah, Flareon's rough. What is my favorite? It's probably Umbreon. I'm probably basic. Yeah, no, I'm basic. It's Umbreon. Okay. Yeah, let's go into Umbreon. Do this whole wish thing that we've done so many times. Yeah, like get up, sure. I mean, yeah, like click Stealth Rock, but like, you know. Click Foul Play. You never know what you're gonna get switching in. Let's just wish here. Yeah, there's really, I'm kind of surprised my opponent's still playing. I would have thrown in the towel. Here's the funny thing. We are at 1808. Our opponent is at 1800. They have a medal. We do not. Funny how the lag works. Wait, why does Gliscor care about getting knocked off? Did I say Gliscor? When the gold got knocked off, that was game. Oh, but why did it switch out? Yeah, it was scared of Ice Spinner. I revealed Ice Spinner on the Protect. We're just going to wish up Treads, is the plan. We can eventually, I mean, we can stall out its Moonblast. We can stall out its, Soft Boil. Probably stalling out Soft Boils faster. I'll try to make this game faster just by getting rid of its Soft Boils. Yeah, knockoff, it's going to do, like, not much. Let's Earthquake. Okay, whoops. Our opponent forfeit, so I was clicking an attack. GG. Okay, they finally gave up. I would have honestly given up earlier if I were on their side. Cool. Nice win. 2-0. Why is Umbreon named of China? Because it's Great Wall. Not the most clever of puns, but it works. Okay. So we don't want to ideally activate the Glamora's Toxic Spikes. Although Terra Poison Umbreon kind of looks fantastic here. So we might honestly just be okay with that. Am I in live stream? Yes. I do like the look of Ival. Primarine is obviously threat number one. We want to get Goldengo in and probably trick that thing instantly if possible. Hazard Stack is nice if we can get that going. I think Garchomp is a solid lead here. Let's get the hazards rolling. No one would confess to Vaporeon being their favorite in this day and age. That is true. People really... So it says they say hi, YouTube. Everybody say hi. All right, it's going to be an instant Goldengo. This is the scariest Pokemon on the team. Okay, awesome. That is water type for sure. That actually, here's the crazy thing is that is like still a threat right now, even locked into this water move. I think we can go into D-Knight though, should be, I mean, it's not going to love it even, but it should handle it. Let's just Earthquake here. On turn 67 for engagement bait. I didn't realize it was on turn 67. That's pretty funny. Okay, Zama comes in, sure. This is, okay, that damage, let me check this. I'm pretty sure this is just screens. I think what we want to do is... get up hazards right away. We could also Roost to get our multi-scale back. It's kind of it's a bit of a tough call. I think we're okay with that multi-scale intact. I'm going to go for the hazards. Yeah, there's Reflect. Makes sense. Let's rock up. Glamora enters. I think hard... Ooh, wait, no, we don't have speed with Goldengo anymore. We could EQ, but then T-Spikes go up. Are we okay with trying to remove them later? I think so. Let's go for the Earthquake. I think we're okay with that. Okay, Glamora goes down. Meteor Beam, maybe? Who knows? Okay, Prim enters. So, Scarf. There's no way it's modest. We could get up another Spike here. Scarf Prim. Yeah. Tread's probably outspeeds. It's definitely Liquid Voice. We've seen that. I mean, Shreds does live one, so that would be really nice. I'm trying to think, do we want to keep Garchomp around for the Ceruledge? Maybe we do. I feel like probably we just let go of Gold here. I don't think Gold's that helpful. I don't think it's going to really do much for us. Normally it'd be good to keep it around for certain threats like the Zama, but the Zama's not one we're worried about this game. Okay. So I think we go Treads and we go for the Rapid Spin because it is so important we get hazards off this field. And if they go Ceruledge here, I think the plan is hard Garchomp. Even if it gets poisoned, we have to go hard Garchomp. Okay, in comes Ceruledge. We go hard Chomp. Or, oh no, or is the play hard Umbreon? I really don't want to let Umbreon get poisoned because I feel like that's kind of our end game. But we got to check Poltergeist damage. Poltergeist. I mean, if it's Life Orb Terra Ghost, we're in trouble. But that, I mean, when is that not being the case, right? Let's go into Chomp and let's hope Chomp's got what it takes. Could also be bulky. Could get outsped. Okay, let's just Earthquake. Okay, we outspeed is excellent news. That is huge news. Let's see what it goes for. Poltergeist. Okay, Life. Okay, this is bad. This is bad because we now kind of can't touch this. This is really not good. Maybe I should not have let that T-Spike ever go up. We're definitely not out of this game. I think Umbreon can still live and shut this down. Yeah, Umbreon still should be able to live in foul play, but that puts us in a bit of a tricky spot for the end game, especially with them still having Terra as a resource available. We can probably do it with Dragonite. But we have to go Umbreon here. Maybe we should have done that originally. Okay, yeah, Umbreon's going to live. Fizdef in the house, just saying, once again, proving that it is the right approach here. Okay, and there we go. Could Treads live like a close combat if Zama has that? Treads. Yeah, actually, it looks like it can. That's awesome. Let's throw off a Toxic here. Okay, light screen goes up. Sure. Let's go Treads. I think we do want to spin. CC. We do not live that. Calc. I guess it's attack invested. Okay, didn't see that coming, but all right. So we could Terra Normal E-Speed here and probably take this thing out. Yeah, since it's likely not max HP, since it just killed the Treads with close combat. I think that's the correct angle. Okay, good. Was indeed attack invested. We got that call right. Yeah. Definitely there mistakes were made this game, but I think we're in a commanding position now. I probably should have just gone Umbreon originally on the Ceruledge instead of doing the Garchomp thing. Yeah, no, Synchronize does not work that way. It would not have done that. This is tricky. we DD? Do we try to? I don't think we can try to DD. I think my only play is to extreme speed here and hope they nasty plot and we can maybe kill it too. Okay, we're not going to kill it too. That's not good. Let's see what they go for. Fiery Wrath instantly. Yeah, it's not so good. Okay, what we have to do, I think, is... Yeah, I think I have to swap Ival in here and hope they don't Terra. They should Terra Blast. That would be the correct option for option coverage. But I had to hope they... Oh, never mind. We actually lived. Okay, so we're still... I think we're still cooked to Necrozma, but there's now, like, there's a little bit of hope now. Yeah, just the toxic... what I think we should have done is just early Terra Poison Umbreon would have been the better approach. How much did that E-Speed end up doing? Yeah, no, there was really no angle for us there where that went well. We can try to Roost. We probably outspeed. Let's see. It's gonna be Photon Geyser. How much PP? Okay, we can try to stall this out. I don't think it's gonna go very well, but yeah, no. All right, Extreme Speed. Hope we get a Critical Hit or something. We don't. Critical Hit would not have done it. GG. Okay, unfortunate. Should have Terra Poisoned Umbreon. Honestly, off rip. I think then we would have super won that game. But, you know, mistakes were made. Umbreon definitely looked good, but the T-Spikes ended up being too much to handle. And I could have also... Garchomp could have been alive at the end there. So, a lot of mistakes. But, you know, we learn for next time. Okay. I like Gold Lead here. I honestly probably just want to T-Wave. If we could T-Wave a Dark... Actually, it's not as good this game because the Ival has some actual competition. And then we lose our Ival answer if we let Gold go down. So probably maybe not the angle this time. Umbreon looks maybe like a solid lead. We could poison a lot of stuff. It seems okay. We can go with that. Rye leads. Makes sense. I don't want to get Trick to Scarf, really. I think we can start with Detect. Okay, it's just going to be Corviknight. That's fine. That's fine. I'm down to Wish here and just kind of see what this thing wants to do. Okay, it's just going to be U-turn. That's okay. Let's get the timer going. Put some pressure on. Okay, Slowking enters. Yeah, that's an annoying one because it's going to do its Future Sight and it's going to be really annoying. We can probably go into Garchomp here. Please don't poison me immediately. Oh my gosh. That's awesome. Okay, let's check how much that Sludge Bomb did. That did 18. This is an offensive one. So it's definitely about to light us up with an Ice Beam. 100%. It's about to do that. Yeah. That Sludge Bomb did way too much. Okay, so Ice Beam's coming out here. What do we go into? Let's go into Gold. Terra Grass. Okay, I don't know why you committed Terra there, but I'm really happy you did. I mean, I guess I do. Like, you don't want to take a bunch of damage, but still, that's a good deal for me, definitely. Could Trick here. Do a little AV swap for Scarf kind of situation. Is that a good deal? I think so. Cool. Locked into Flamethrower. Let's get in... Actually, let's get in the Umbreon here, because I feel like Darkrai is a bit too obvious of a switch. Oh, you're just staying in. You're like, please don't burn me. Okay. Let's Wish. Corv enters. I'm going to Toxic here in case there's a slow U-turn again into something that can be poisoned. The entire rest of the team now. We're gonna poison something, folks. Ooh, and it's Darkrai. That's great. That's great news. I'm going to Protect here. We'll see what this thing wants to do. Focus Blast. Yeah, even Specs Focus Blast, I don't think... Yeah, it's not killing. So, sure. Let me throw off a Wisp. Put up a Wisp. I mean, a Wish, excuse me. Let's Protect. That Focus Blast did do a ton. I think that's Expert Belt. I'm gonna Toxic here again. Okay, Brave Bird. All right, they figured it out a little bit. Actually, no, I'm throwing... Okay, good thing I was about to throw off another Toxic there. Let's throw one off here. Okay, let's Protect. Let's get a little more health. Actually, it probably doesn't matter. Let's go into Garchomp. It's hazard stacking time. Let's rock up. Glow King comes out. It's probably going to be either Sludge Bomb or an Ice Beam. think I'm okay with going treads to answer both of those possibilities. Okay, cool. I like Ice Spinner here. Hits Landorus coming in, hits Corviknight. If the Corviknight comes in, we can probably knock it the following turn. They might get clever and go for a Glow King double. But okay, looks like Landorus is just going to come in right on that Ice Spinner. That is quite defensive. Probably just max HP, though, I think, based on that calc. Yeah, just max HP, nothing crazy. We do outspeed this, guaranteed. Corv enters. I'm going to go for knock here. If they get in Glow King, good play. Or do we need to do this? Yeah, I'm gonna go for the knock. Okay, beautiful. We got it. That is really, really nice. Ooh, especially on the U-turn. That's really great. All right, this started out looking like kind of a scary matchup with definitely some of the bigger threats to us, and now things are just looking really good. I'm just not worried. Let's go Umbreon here. Hopefully not a Sludge Bomb. Okay, Corviknight just that. Yeah, that honestly makes sense. You know what we could do is we could wish up our Goldengo. I kind of like that idea. So let's wish. Then we can bring in our gold here, just so this is really healthy for stopping all shenanigans Corviknight wants to do in the future. Yep, there we go. Defog, no sir. And our Goldengo, I don't know why it says leftovers. AV, there we go. Oh, it's just lacking on the Umbreon. Go for a nice Shadow Ball here. I think this is, for a second I was about to say that might be Spadef, but no, that is definitely Fizz Def Corviknight based on the damage it took there. Let's just throw off a Make It Rain. If they want to go for Flamethrower, that invites in Garchomp, which is really nice. And we're not going to take that much because we're AV. And we get burned, which sucks, but not a huge deal. Yeah, Corviknight enters. Makes sense. Let's Spike. I don't think you defog here. Oh, you do? Okay. Well, that's kind of annoying, but it's not really that big of a deal. Yeah, the burn is frustrating because that does make stopping this a little bit harder. Pult comes in. Okay, interesting. Umbreon is pretty much a really solid answer. The Specs Draco would do a ton. Otherwise, I think that's banded. Yeah, would Terra Dragon do it? It would not. Let's wish. Ooh. Do we want to wish up or do we want to keep Umbreon healthy? Do we want to wish up gold or not? I think we do. I think wishing up gold is worthwhile. Let's go for the Shadow Ball. Glow King enters. Yeah, you now die to a Make It Rain, so we're going to go for that. This Glow King has been... Okay. Corviknight, do you die to... I think you die to a Shadow Ball now, based on the damage before. So our opponent's just making all kinds of plays. And they're not going that well for them. Let's Make It Rain here. Solid shot. Darkrai enters. They seem to really want to preserve this Glow King for some reason. Yeah, I don't know why that it's a Scarf Glow King at like 10. Like, okay, critical hit is nice there. I think actually no, with poison damage, I don't think that mattered. I think Darkrai was going down either way. Slow, like you still die, I think. Do you? How much did Make It Rain do to this Glow King before? 45. Okay, so you don't die. All right, fair enough. Probably just go Umbreon. Corv enters. Yeah, I'm just not worried about this thing. Do we wish before we go into gold? This is really the only question. I don't think we do. I think we just keep the pressure on. They tried to defog. That is an insane play. Why did you, like, you weren't, okay. All right, what elo are we talking about here? That's a really weird defog, but I guess they're just kind of desperate at this point. Yeah, I mean, if this Corviknight dies, like, we clean up the game with Umbreon, so. Things are looking good. Lando, like, why do you keep preserving this? It's not good. Our opponent thinks their Glow King is like God or something. It's really not. All right. In comes the Dragon Ball. We've seen it's banded, so we can just go into Ival here pretty easily. Okay, U-turn, fine. They'll come. Okay, booster speed. I mean, could we Terra Fairy here and live? No, still might die. I think sacking Ival is fine here. The one thing, well, actually, maybe it's not. No, we really don't want to let this set up though. So I'm honest, I'm going to stay in a Moonblast. The one thing we don't do is let this thing go crazy. But I'm a little worried about losing to like a Dragapult in the end game, but it's probably not likely. They swapped into Corviknight for some reason and did not check their exact HP. Okay. They now don't have the advantage of a speed tie, so that's something. Let's go Treads here, just so we don't have a bad end game against. Let's just EQ. Okay, CC, that's totally fine. I think Umbreon, Terra Poison, Toxic here is the right move, and this should be game. Okay, like yeah, sure, that's fine. What's the sack here? The Garchomp. I think that's the least useful Pokemon at this point. Yeah, that's fine. We can Wish, and then we can Tact. That'll get us where we need to go. Let's Tact. Probably about to be a Psychic move, I'm guessing. We could also, actually, we could go Gold here just fine. Let's go Gold. This should be, oh, but it's going to block the, okay, I don't understand what's going on. Let's go Umbreon. Knock. Okay, it's a good knock. Let's Wish. I'll Protect so we can't get Encored. Cloaking, sure. Let's just Toxic this. I'm getting a little impatient. Probably best to switch to Gold, but okay, it's Psyshock. Yeah, let's Protect. Let's Foul Play. Actually, is there any risk we lose to like Terra Blast Ghost? Low key, I might have just thrown this game. We might be about to lose to Terra Blast Ghost. Let's Protect and see. Dragon Darts. Did they Terra something else? Yeah, I may have gotten too impatient. We might have thrown. I think we can go Ival here. We can Moonblast. I actually want a Thunderbolt, and hopefully it kills. Well, will it kill me with a Psyshock? Let's hope it kills me with a Sludge Bomb here. Would be great. Okay, Psyshock. Good play. Ooh, we could go D-Knight DD. Might be interesting. Yeah, we might have thrown. We'll find out. I think if the Pult is Jolly, which most are, we are actually not likely to live. Could D-Knight kill with an Earthquake? Oh, they forfeited. Okay, I guess they did not have Terra Blast Ghost. So, but yeah, really bad play at the end, letting Umbreon take all that damage. He used Terra. Okay, I am trip. What did to use Terra? Oh my gosh, the glow. Okay, my bad, guys. Whoops. Yeah. Okay. Sorry, I am indeed tripping. I'm gonna get some water. It's definitely the dehydration. I'll be back in a second. All right. Yes. Okay, took a quick bathroom break. Umbreon's looking fantastic this game, so that's great to see. Kind of want to lead with it, honestly. Iron Boulder looks dangerous. Not really. Got a guard chomp. The probably Kyurem is scariest, but yeah, I'm really liking Umbreon here. As for leads, I'm thinking Ival looks good. Even the AI overview is mocking Finka. That's funny. Okay, what do we lead with here? I normally do a full analysis, but I spent so much time in the bathroom. We are missing time. I'm a little worried about the Cinderace lead. It's probably my biggest concern. At the same time, Ival looks good against like everything. Let's lead Umbreon. Kyurem. I'm gonna just throw off a Toxic here. Oh my gosh, we poisoned the Lando instantly. That's like the best news ever. That's so good. Heck yeah. Okay. I could just foul play here. It doesn't look bad. Do I want to play this game hazardless or with rocks up? I feel like with rocks up seems better. It's okay. We're going to foul play here. Just get some damage. Definitely going to protect now. And let's wish. Okay, let's see what they want to go into. Gambit makes sense. Let's bring in Garchomp. If this King Gambit dies, Umbreon actually kind of just like wins the entire game. So I'm down to do this. Shaka Berry is annoying, but we still live, and this King Gambit is still going to take a ton of damage. And I think we rock up here. Go for hazards on both sides. And looks like they do want to attack, which is fine. Like I don't mind that one bit. Okay, so King Gambit is basically out of commission here. So that's good news. We can finish off with Ival or D-Knight, which is better? Which is the better Pokemon to do that with? I think if we go D-Knight, it's probably going to invite in Kyurem. If we go Ival, it's probably going to invite in Cinderace. I think I want to go Ival, Vacuum Wave, and then we can probably knock off the Cinder if that comes in. Hopefully it's not Gunk Shot. But if it is Gunk Shot, that means it's almost certainly not Wisp. So that would be good news. I built this team myself. What do you think? I'm not a huge fan. It has their aspects of it I think are good. Do you have Zen Headbutt on this? It's always hard to tell like what these things are actually like about to do. I think I'm just gonna Moonblast. Okay, yeah, I went for a Swords Dance, so get that. We could have Terra Fairy'd, because we have to see we don't kill with Vacuum Wave here, but we will kill with a follow-up E-Speed. Am I okay with letting Ival go, or do we let something else go? I think I'm okay with letting Ival go. I don't think that's a huge issue. So let's Vacuum Wave. Critical Hit would be cool too. You never know. Probably not. Actually, Critical Hit probably wouldn't even kill. But we can finish this off with Extreme Speed. Honestly, the best Iron Boulder showing I've ever seen. Kind of kidding, but this Pokemon has such a rough time. What elo are we talking? 1839, that's pretty cool. I built this team myself. What do you think? I mean, okay, burning your Terra on a Pokemon that is about to die to Extreme Speed is certainly a decision. It's not one I fully understand. Okay, Lander. I mean, that's fair, I guess. I don't see the vision. All right, let's go gold, right? Crunch, fine. Okay, that is Life Orb. Okay, should just be a Make It Rain. Ace comes in. Okay, sure. Probably Terra Poison Umbreon is how this game ends. Let's calc that Make It Rain damage. Should have done more. So this is defensive Ace. That's what I don't like to see, because that means it might have Wisp. We don't want Umbreon getting wisped. I think we can go to D-Knight here. Pyro Please don't burn me. Okay, good. EQ, this is defensive ace, but we really don't want to get Blaze either. It's like 232, I think they run. Something like that. Yeah, Terra Normal E-Speed is not going to cut it. I mean, we could EQ into E. I think that's probably, yeah. So it is Wisp as expected. That did like 0 somehow. That's like, yeah, that did less than, okay, no, that was just kind of a bad roll. E-Speed should kill here. Zama comes in, makes sense. That's frustrating that the Cinderace is left able to bother us, but let's go gold. Stone Edge, fine. And then we're just going to go Umbreon, we'll protect, and then we'll Terra Poison and Wish. And that should be a wrap. I don't think there's, okay, critical hit's kind of annoying, but like there's nothing you can do, really. Let's protect, just heal up. I don't think a hard switch to Cinderace and a hard switch to Cinderace happened there. Okay, let's go D-Knight. Okay. Sure, I'll E-Speed here. Okay, Kyurem enters. Let's go into... This got a little awkward. I wish it wasn't defensive with space. Probably hard Umbreon. It's got to be DD on a team like this, I'm thinking. Okay, doesn't look like it, I guess. Let's Wish. Earth Power. Okay. Let's protect, see what it wants to do. It's going for the Pyro Ball. Let's Wish. I think we might have to just PP stall this thing. I'll go for a foul play here. Please don't burn me. Okay, good. Our Umbreon is unburned. It's about to get a Wish back. We're in business. Does an Iron Bolt or CC kill Treads? This is a good question here. No. So, I mean, like, is it going to... Are you terrible as Zen Headbutt? I think we can just foul play here. Okay, EQ. Actually, yeah, EQ makes sense. Let's protect. EP. I think we sack D-Knight here, then go Treads. Probably Treads Rapid Spin. And then should just be able to clean up the game with Earthquake. Or actually, or is this foolish? Should I just be clicking Earthquake right away? Oh, no, it doesn't kill. So we ice. Please don't get frozen here, Treads. That's the one thing you need to not do is just get frozen. That's it. If you don't get frozen, we win. We didn't get frozen. Excellent. GG. Good job, Treads. 4-1. 4-1. Isn't Umbreon kind of monopolizing Terra a bit much these games? I mean, it's using Terra because Terra looks good on it. I don't think it like requires Terra Poison to work. Mono Dark is pretty good defensive type. Okay. Webs. I feel like Umbreon should absolutely smoke webs. Like, I feel like this should be a super dominant, super one-sided matchup. In general, this team feels like it really should. I heard from someone it was ironic. Chat is definitely too quick to call stream snipe. It was a bit sus, but I certainly believe you. Counter teams are bound to happen by coincidence. Okay, I want to hazard stack. I think right off the bat, these teams just do not deal well with hazard stack. Hopefully it's a physical Arachnid. That would make this extra awesome. Pink across. When are you going to do Vaporeon? Are you going to run it as Alo Light or in another fashion? I don't think I'm going to do a build Vaporeon team anytime soon. It's not really in the plans. Okay. Special attack booster Ivel. All right. I see. So this is going to be okay. This is going to be Terraghost. So this is actually kind of scary. Like the problem is I'd like to go Umbreon, but I can't go hard into Umbreon, right? So I think I'm going to go Goldengo to start. Then I'm going to go Umbreon on what definitely should be a Shadow Ball. Then we can Terra Poison and Toxic. Okay, come on. Yep, there's the Shadow Ball. Excellent. Let's do it. Yeah, Terra Poison Umbreon, I think is fine here. It makes us a little worse. Makes the Deoxys a little scary, but I think we should be able to handle it. Okay, so if this thing Terra Ghosts here, it is not killing. No, this thing's modest. What are you talking about, Calc? Okay, let's protect here so we guaranteed don't die. Okay, Calm Minded again. Good play. Are you going to Terra? They have to Terra if they want to take out this Umbreon. I feel like they're not willing to do that. If they are willing to do that, do I have a way out? Do I have a way of handling that? I could go hard D-Knight here. That doesn't seem like that good of a play, though. No, D-Knight feels like throwing against the Dio later. Ival is low-key useless. I might just go into that. D-Knight. Treads, that's really good for Bolt. And we could spin, too. That doesn't really help us, though, does it? Do we really care about spinning? In reality, I feel like we kind of don't. But Bolt. Let's wish. I'm going, it did it. No. Okay, that's not good. Let's go D-Knight, double into what can take a hit. Can Dreads take it? The Shadow Ball it can't. Can Garchomp take it? Yeah, I don't know. I guess I should have been ready for that. Yeah, I think we lose now. Yeah, it's likely to kill, but it will probably Moonblast. So let's go into Gold, and Gold's the most useless Pokemon. Please don't Shadow Ball. Moonblasted. Excellent, excellent. Okay. Oh, but you just don't die. Just barely. That's really... That sucks. Okay, that's not good. Yeah, you live... Oh, dude, come on, man. Okay. What do we keep around? What do we need to try to have a chance to win this game? We need D-Knight. Do we need Ival? We probably Ival's the sack. Probably Ival's the sack. I think there's honestly, it's like not impossible to win actually. This looked maybe worse than it is. Let's knock off. Maybe catch an incoming gold. Something like that. Yeah, this isn't the worst, honestly. Treads low-key smokes. I think we start with Treads here. I think the balloon will catch them off guard. And it'll be good against the gold. Because D-Knight cannot touch the gold. But they don't have Terra. Okay, cool. So this thing probably has Focus Blast, but we do kill. Do we go straight for the kill with knockoff, or do we try to rapid spin first, is the question. I think we rapid spin. I think that's worthwhile. They miss, which is excellent. I don't believe that Focus Blast would have killed. We are pretty specially defensive. Yeah, even like modest max life orb was unlikely to kill there. So even if it's modest max life orb, it was not likely to kill. Okay, this is a Dragonite moment, I think, surely. Let's DD. Okay, could go Garchomp here. Let's just E-Speed, probably. I think that's better. Gold comes in. Okay, that's annoying. Let's go Shreds. Okay. Let's knock off. Shadow Ball is does not kill here, so that's good. It's EQ. Definitely Focus Miss did help us out there. That is for sure. We can go Chomper on this. We have no need to. Yeah, that's going to take 1 billion. Let's, we can Earthquake. CC comes out. Yeah, that's going to die. Priority not hitting Ghost has screwed you over a few times now. I mean, yeah, but like I'm not going to run Shadow Sneak on like a special Ival. That would just be super weak almost all the time. Okay, and that should be game. I think we've won this one. Okay, you're timid. Okay. I think we're still fine, but that's timid. Okay. Let's think about this. Yeah, we should be fine. We should be fine still. Actually, though, no. If they go Arachnid and then double into Bolt, this could get scary. I think if they go Arachnid here, we stay in, is the key. Saying GG as if it's over. They definitely know they have a chance here and they are going to go for it. Okay, never mind. They're not going to go for it. Not killing is crazy. Is this like... What is this? What Raging Bolt are you? Okay, no, that was just... No attack treads, just kind of weak. But yeah, we have extreme speed here, and then that'll definitely take out the Arachnid as well. Yep, hazards, that's gonna... Yep. Should just be a kill here. Good. Okay. GG. Good to get that win. Things got really wacky in that end game. We figured it out. The Terra Ghost, that was a good play. That was a crazy one. But okay. I kind of forget what the one loss was too. I think it was kind of bad playing, honestly. And it seems like otherwise we did really well. 5-1. Okay, we've got a 10 gifted memberships from JM91283. Thank you very much for the generosity. If there's anything you want to say in chat, say that and I'll read that out for you. That's awesome. Cool. Well, anyway, yeah. Ending record of 5-1. Honestly, really solid performance from Umbreon. I guess we could do this again. Let me see if you guys want that. See what the people say. Yeah, I mean, honestly, the iVal was kind of questionable. I think the Scarf Gold I did like, so we probably want to keep that. Maybe Specs would have been better on the iVal. Maybe even Scarf. Is this the Iron Shreds you put number 4 on your ban list? That video was a joke. If you didn't get to the end, that was an April Fool's Day prank. Yeah, the one loss was a skill issue. I would agree. Should have Terra poisoned Umbreon earlier. So the team looked pretty good. Team looks pretty good. And I think this is hopefully a good example of kind of that building around defensive Pokemon thing that I talked about recently. Pink Across your content is amazing. Glad to see Umbreon worked so well. Keep up the good work. Thank you. Thank you for the kind comment. Glad you enjoyed it. Okay, yes, looks like around 80%, which is actually kind of low for a part 2, but I think we'd probably just continue with this team. I'll end that poll. How many people voted ultimately? 56. Solid number of votes. Okay, well, guys, thank you for joining. Hope you had a good time. I had a good time. Umbreon was like a good Pokemon in every single game. It used Terra a lot, but I don't really see that as an issue, honestly. Like, we were using Terra because we didn't desperately need it elsewhere, and it looked really good on Umbreon. But okay. Yeah, thank you guys for joining. And yeah, let's wrap it up here. Try to time this right as always. Let's see if I can get it today. Let's try to end this in 3, 2, 1.